Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying attention to the NFL rumors swirling around, especially in the NFC North, you know that this offseason might be one of the most pivotal in recent memory. And all eyes are on Green Bay's potential moves, particularly on the defensive line, which has been a bit of a concern since losing Wyatt to injury. But what if I told you that the Packers are reportedly eyeing a blockbuster trade that could reshape their entire defensive outlook? Yes, it's true. Rumors are pointing towards a possible deal involving Dexter Lawrence, the all-pro defensive tackle from the New York Giants. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. Dexter Lawrence? That's a massive name. And he's not just any player, he's a game changer. The Giants, currently sitting at 2-11 and in full rebuild mode, have been under pressure to clear cap space and acquire draft picks to build for the future. Reports suggest they might be willing to part ways with Lawrence in exchange for a couple of high draft picks, specifically a second-round pick in 2026 and a fourth-round pick in 2027. This kind of move would not only give the Giants some cap relief, but also bring in youth and draft capital for their rebuild. It's a strategic move, especially considering their focus on rebuilding the quarterback position and shoring up other areas. For the Packers, this potential trade is a game-changer. Dexter Lawrence, who's been a dominant force this season, would bring serious firepower to their defensive front. We've seen how much a disruptive interior defender can turn the tide. Think about how the Mack trade revitalized the Bears' defense, or how having a consistent pass rush can elevate the entire team. Lawrence, with his impressive stats, an EPA per rush of 0.22, pressures averaging 4.5 per game, and a PFF grade of 92. One would be a perfect fit for Green Bay's scheme. His ability to stuff the run with a run-stop percentage of 88, combined with his pass-rushing prowess, makes him a true difference-maker. Throughout his career, Lawrence has amassed 5 sacks, along with 92 tackles for loss, and maintaining a yards per rush average of just 3.9. That kind of production is rare for a defensive tackle and makes him an instant upgrade for the Packers' interior line. With Wyatt going down due to injury, the Packers have been relying on less experienced players to fill the gap, and while guys like Kenny Clark are solid, adding Lawrence would bring a new level of dominance. It would also send a clear message to the NFC. Green Bay isn't just in the playoff hunt. They're here to compete at the highest level and push for a deep postseason run. Now, some skeptics might argue about the cost, or whether the Packers should invest heavily in a defensive player at this stage of the season. But the numbers don't lie. Green Bay's defense, after losing Wyatt, has been a bit leaky against the run and has struggled to consistently pressure the quarterback. Yet with Lawrence, projections show a plus 22% increase in sacks for the team, which could be pivotal in tight games. The impact on their EPA per rush, which is projected to improve by plus 0.20, would be significant. Plus, the defense's disruption ability, especially against key NFC contenders, would skyrocket. Imagine the Packers facing the likes of the Eagles and 49ers with a front seven that's just as disruptive as the best in the league. In terms of the playoff picture, adding Lawrence could boost Green Bay's chances of clinching a top 10 defense in the league, which is often the missing piece for teams aiming for Super Bowl glory. The NFC is wide open, and with the way the Packers are playing, especially their resilience and ability to capitalize on turnovers, adding a player of Lawrence's caliber could be the final piece needed to push them over the top. The odds reflect this potential, with some betting lines showing plus 900 before the rumors started, now moving toward plus 350 as the possibility of the trade heats up. It's clear that Lawrence could be the X factor that propels Green Bay into serious NFC contenders. And let's not forget the broader context. This move would also send a message to the rest of the division. The Vikings, Lions, and Bears are all fighting hard, but if Green Bay manages to add this kind of talent, they're not just in the playoff mix, they're serious contenders for a deep run. The NFC North has been a competitive division this year, with the Lions and Vikings showing strength, but a dominant interior defense could be what separates the Packers from the pack. This isn't just about one player. It's about redefining the identity of the team, turning what's been a solid defense into a top-tier unit that strikes fear into opponents. Now, I know some of you might be wondering about the long-term implications. If Green Bay pulls off this trade, it could be a sign that they're all in for a Super Bowl push this season. With the offensive core intact and now an upgraded defense, the Packers could become one of the most well-rounded teams in the NFC. And remember, this isn't just about this year. Building a formidable defense now can set up the Packers for sustained success in the years to come. Drafting young talent, developing a fierce pass rush, and creating a tough, physical identity on defense are all pieces of the puzzle that this move could help accelerate. Of course, all of this hinges on whether the Giants are willing to part with Lawrence and if the Packers can reach an agreement. But given the current state of both teams, Giants trying to shed salary and rebuild, Packers trying to tighten up defensively, it makes sense that this could be a match that benefits both sides. The Giants get premium draft capital, and the Packers get a game-changing interior presence. It's a win-win scenario if it comes to fruition. As fans, what we're really hoping for is that the Packers continue to make bold moves that set them up for future success. The team has shown resilience all season, especially on defense, and with players like Lawrence, that resilience can turn into dominance. Imagine the roar inside Lambeau Field if this trade happens, packed with energy, ready to cheer for a defense that's finally living up to its potential. It's about building a team that can not only make the playoffs but make a serious run, and adding a player like Dexter Lawrence could be the catalyst for that. So keep your fingers crossed, Packers Nation. We're on the cusp of what could be a seismic shift in our team's trajectory. Whether it's rumors or reality, one thing is for sure. The offseason is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent Packers history. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's hope that Green Bay makes the kind of bold move that defines an era, because we're hungry for Super Bowl glory, and with the right pieces, there's no reason we can't get there. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster? Do you think Dexter Lawrence would be the perfect addition to push us over the top? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the team. We love engaging with you, sharing the excitement and debating what's next for our beloved Packers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates and insights, so stay tuned for all the latest Green Bay Packers news. This offseason is shaping up to be one of the most thrilling in recent memory, and I can't wait to see what moves Green Bay makes next. Let's keep the faith, stay loud, and keep pushing forward. Because when it comes to the Packers, we're always in it to win it.